All right, boys and girls, this is part 2 of our previous video on classifying quadrilaterals. I wanted to go ahead and do at least 2 more examples with you together so that way you feel more confident and more prepared when you go to complete the practice book problems on your own. All right, guys, so we've got 2 shapes right here, and we're going to classify them with as many names as possible using the definitions of the quadrilaterals above. So as we did earlier, we're going to start with the first term, which is quadrilateral. And we know that quadrilaterals have 4 sides. So we're going to take a look at our shape here and we're going to ask ourselves, is this shape a quadrilateral? Does it have 4 sides? The answer is yes. This shape is indeed a quadrilateral. So we're going to go ahead and name it as a quadrilateral. Okay, then next we're going to go to our second definition and we're going to ask ourselves, is this shape here a trapezoid? Well, trapezoids have only 1 pair of parallel sides. So in order to see how many pairs of parallel sides we have, I like to do a little test. I'm going to go ahead and use the highlighter, but in your books or on a paper, you could do this with a pencil. What I like to do is I like to extend the lines. So I'm going to go ahead and extend these 2 lines that appear to be parallel, and just to make sure that if these lines were extended, that they didn't touch. And so it does look like if these lines went on forever, they would never touch, which means that they are parallel. So these 2 lines here would make up 1 pair of parallel lines. Remember, a pair means you've got a set of 2, just like a pair of shoes. So these 2 lines make up 1 pair, 1 set. I'm going to go ahead and switch colors, go ahead and use purple, and let's test and see if this top right line and this bottom left line are parallel. So I'm going to go ahead and extend the lines, and again, you can do that with a pencil. So when you extend the lines, you're looking to see that the lines will never touch. And in fact, these 2 lines look like they would never touch if they went on forever. So these 2 lines are also parallel. That means that they are a second pair of parallel lines. This shape clearly has 2 pairs of parallel lines, and trapezoids can only have 1 pair. Therefore, this shape is not a trapezoid. I'm going to go ahead and take my eraser, erase these markings that we did. Okay, so we know that our shape is not a trapezoid. So let's go to the next shape below and test to see if the shape that we have is a parallelogram. Parallelograms have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Well, just before we realized that our shape did have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Parallelograms also have 2 pairs of sides of equal length. To know whether our sides are equal in length, we have to look at the little blue tick marks. If you notice, the top right line, the top left side, the bottom 2 sides all have 1 tick. What that means is all 4 of these sides are equal in length. Now with parallelograms, they want to know if there's 2 pairs of sides of equal in length. Well, let's go ahead and take a highlighter here. Okay, so let's use purple. So this top left side has 1 tick, and across from it, this bottom right side has 1 tick. So because they each have 1 tick, that could be considered 1 pair. Let's grab a different color, pick out a different color. This bottom left side has 1 tick, and this top right side has 1 tick. So together, those 2 form a second pair. Therefore, we do have 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So because both of these definitions are true for our shape, this shape could be classified as a parallelogram. Let's go ahead and write that down. All right, let me go ahead and erase what we've got. Okay. All right, so we know that it's a quadrilateral, we know that it's not a trapezoid, and we know that it's a parallelogram. Let's go on to our next shape to see if this shape applies. So a rhombus has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Well, we know that's true. Remember earlier we said 1 and 2. These made up 1 pair. 1 and 2. These two made up one pair, so this shape does have two pairs of parallel sides. Now the other part for a rhombus is that it needs to have four sides of equal length. Well, if we look at our blue ticks, notice we have 4 blue ticks, and each side has one tick on it, which means that all 4 sides are equal in length. Therefore, since both of these things are true, this shape can be classified as a rhombus. Let's go ahead and add that to our list. All right, so next we're going to check and see if this shape below is a rectangle. Rectangles have 2 pairs of parallel sides, which we know we have, 2 pairs of sides of equal length, which we also know we have based upon when we were testing to see if it was a parallelogram. Now the only thing here that may not work for us is that rectangles require 4 right angles. And if you remember from our first example that we did in our last video, in order for a shape to have a right angle, you should see a little blue square on each of the corners of the shape. And this shape has no blue squares in any of the corners or vertices. That means that there are no right angles here. And because there are no right angles here, this shape is not a rectangle. All right, and then last but not least, we're going to check and see if this is a square. Well, squares have 2 pairs of parallel sides, which we know we have, 4 sides of equal length, which we also know we have, but squares have 4 right angles, and we just found out that our shape has no right angles because it has no blue squares on the corners. Therefore, this shape is not a square. All right, so that means that this shape can be classified as a quadrilateral, a parallelogram, and a rhombus. Let's go ahead and move on to our next shape. Okay, so we're going to go back to the top of our list and we're going to ask ourselves if the shape below is a quadrilateral. Does it have 4 sides? It does indeed have 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, which makes this shape a quadrilateral. Let's go ahead and write that down. All right, let's go ahead and go on to our next test to see if this shape is a trapezoid. A trapezoid has only 1 pair of parallel sides. So to test if our lines are parallel, we want to go ahead and grab our pencil or highlighter in this case, and we want to extend our lines. So I'm going to go ahead and extend the top and the bottom line and see if these 2 lines went on forever, would they ever touch? The answer is no. They appear to be perfectly parallel. So these 2 lines make up 1 pair of parallel lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab a different color, and I'm going to perform my test of extending the lines on the left side and the right side. Now watch what happens as I extend my lines. Do you notice that these 2 lines intersect? They end up crossing each other. That means that these 2 purple lines are not parallel. Therefore, they are not a parallel side, which means this shape has only 1 pair of parallel sides, and that is in fact the definition of a trapezoid. Therefore, this shape can be classified as a trapezoid. Let's go ahead and write that down. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and erase our markings here. Okay. All right, so we know that our shape is a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. We know that it's a trapezoid. Let's go ahead and see if it's a parallelogram. Parallelograms have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Well, we tested our shape and we found out that there is only 1 pair of parallel sides here, which means it cannot be a parallelogram. Let's go ahead and see if it's a rhombus. A rhombus has 2 pairs of parallel sides. Again, our shape only has 1, therefore it cannot be a rhombus. Let's see if it's a rectangle. A rectangle also has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and our shape only has 1. So again, it cannot be a rectangle. Last but not least, a square. Let's see if it's a square. Well, a square has two pairs of parallel sides. Our shape only has one. Therefore, this shape cannot be a square. So this shape below is only a quadrilateral and a trapezoid. Now, later today during our non-electronic time, you guys are going to try some more problems where you're going to have different shapes and you're going to have to classify them. Feel free to print out this paper and go through the list just as we've been doing. Ask yourself go through each definition and ask yourself if that definition applies to your shape. If it does, then the shape can be classified as that name. And if it doesn't, then that would not be a name for your shape. Just a reminder, boys and girls, this lesson can get a little confusing sometimes, so I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to just try your best. And remember, if you have any questions on the assignment, or if you simply are having a hard time understanding this lesson, please join our 12:30 to 1:30 Zoom time, and we would be happy to answer your questions and help you to improve your skills on classifying quadrilaterals. All right, boys and girls, we wish you the best of luck on today's practice book, and we hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.